Okay. Subjects such as this come up all the time. What if I take, like the woman who called in, what if I take a Medicare Advantage plan? Can I get out of it? And the answer is yes. It's called your trial right. You joined a Medicare Advantage plan and don't like it. In your first year, you are allowed to switch. My last appointment at 5 o'clock on Friday on a holiday weekend, a client was in the office, and thank you so much to the CVS pharmacy for recommending me. She said like literally 3 or 4 people over there were like, oh, you got to go to that Regan guy. He knows what he's talking about with the Medicare. First of all, Regan knows what he's talking about insurance. I happen to care about the Medicare because I learned a lot when my mom was sick. And, I go on Medicare.gov. I'm that type of geek that prints out this stuff and reads it. So at least someone's doing that. So you or your parent or your husband has joined a Medicare Advantage plan, and they're just so nervous. They don't like it. It's, first of all, not a deductible. The woman at my office was with her husband and her very intelligent daughter who kept the family in control. Because, you know what, to be honest with you, seniors get nervous when it comes time to buy something. And she was almost trembling. Not trembling, but her hands were shaking. And the daughter said, Mom, don't worry. The guy knows what he's doing. Aetna is not a fly-by-night carrier. United Healthcare is not a fly-by-night carrier. Aetna, Anthem, United, Connecticut, whoever he recommends, I trust him. So the real answer was, they said, if we don't like it, can we get out? And yes, you can. It's called the trial right. And within the first year, you can go back to original Medicare. And this is one thing people don't necessarily get, or if they're not getting it, they're not listening to the show. Original Medicare is Medicare A and Medicare B. The parts of the components C and D you have to buy. And you also have to buy Part B. People don't necessarily realize that. The CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, they will pay themselves first. Okay, so your Part B, as in boy, will cost, or baby, will cost $104.90. This has not gone up for the year 2015, so that's very good. You must purchase a Part C and a Part D. If you do not purchase Part D, you will be penalized 1% per month of the national average, which is $34.20. That's essential. If you don't buy it, you're going to get penalized. So the only way to avoid the penalty is to have what they call credible coverage. Credible coverage is the letter you get from your carrier saying that the coverage is equal to or better than what Medicare offers. So that will give you an SEP, a special enrollment period, and you will get 63 days. Really don't listen to 63. Just do 60. No insurance is going to start on the 3rd of the month. It always starts the 1st of the month following. But you will be given a window of time where there'll be no penalty if you had coverage through your employer. All right, so now a little rundown, because this is the most important month coming. And us agents, we are sworn to secrecy until you get it. Please grab a pen. If you don't have a pen, I will try to talk as slow as I can so you just absorb it. The Annual Notice of Change, or the ANOC letter, is coming out. Very important. The carriers will make changes to their insurance plans. Medicare does not make many changes other than raising the Part A deductible slightly and the Part B deductible, $1,132, $147. Those are what those are. But if you have a Medicare supplement, you've kept and retained original Medicare, and you usually have a high 200 up to 270 monthly premium for that. If, like the caller that called in before, you have a 0 monthly premium, the word is not free. It's 0 monthly premium. That is gearing you more towards a Medicare Advantage plan. With a Medicare Advantage plan, like the woman said, you have to keep the network. The network happened to be Emblem in this case, which is based out of New York, the state of New York, not New York City. So she would have to use New York doctors. She could find a doctor right on the Westchester border if in the event that she had a chronic illness, and the woman could just simply drive her from Waterbury through Danbury and grab a doctor over there, or maybe hit the back of the Greenwich border and go somewhere over in the Pound Ridge area. But with an Advantage plan, you have given up Medicare. And if you don't realize that, realize that. So When you take an Advantage plan, you are going to get a letter, annual notice of change. Please, please, please pay attention to this letter. It will explain the different copays, deductibles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chart and I'm going to mass produce it. MedicareMadeClear.com is where I got it from. MedicareMadeClear.com. And for you techies out there, you could just go online and print your own plan. But it's a comparing plans sheet. I want you to get this chart because this year will be some changes you need to focus on. There's going to be deductibles introduced. They're going to raise the premiums on a lot of the plans from 0 up to a figure. Can't discuss any of them, but don't you worry. Come October 1st, we'll be talking about it fully. I've specifically made my first show during open enrollment on October 15th. So hopefully all the seniors out there will have MedicareMadeClear.com and this comparing plans chart. If you don't have a computer, simply call the office, 757-6099. Give my staff your name, and I will mail you this chart for free. Why? Because the 48 cents I invest in you possibly could get me a client or a referral in the future, and that's what I'm all about. So comparing plans. 1, 2, 3. It appears they're only picking 3 charts here. I would do a 4th or 5th chart because there's so many carriers. Insurance company, that's the name. Name of the plan, that would be the VIPs, the value plan, Plan 2 for the great United Healthcare. They had a little trouble with the doctors, but they're making a concerted effort in the Republican American to do big advertisement. WellCare, I'm not even putting that on my chart. If you want to put that one, that's fine. My chart's going to be Aetna, Anthem, Connecticut, United Healthcare. So if you want, you could put the WellCare. Then type of plan. One's an HMO, Health Maintenance Organization. One is a POS. We've got more commercials too, don't we, Tommy?
Yeah, we do.
All right, he's giving me the break again. It's 10 of 2. We're going to take a commercial break, plug the sponsors, and be right back.